Good morning and welcome back to another week. It is Monday, it is race week on the TT. So I have just finished going over really quickly with a weeder. Yes, it doesn't get everything, but it gets the worst of them. I would like nothing more than to put the drone up and have a look at this, but I can't. I am not allowed to fly the drone in case a marauding helicopter comes past and I crash into it and kill someone. But look at how well these are looking. Look at that. So I think that's actually starting to develop flowers as well there. So some of these are looking absolutely brilliant. The vast majority are looking good. In fact, as I say, look down the rows there. Just got to make sure I don't stand on any. Looks really nice. Really looking good. Really happy how it goes. We've still got another 1,500-ish to plant as well, which are going to be probably going in just after TT, I think, and they will be going in the area down there. Little bits of all sorts on this week. It is senior race day on Friday. I will try and get some footage of the bikes like I did, but I'm not very good at that bit last year, so we'll see how it goes this year. Yeah, I'm gonna go crack on. See you in a bit. Hello there, and it is Monday afternoon, and I've been out with the tractor rolling. Field is rolled. So today I've been out power harrowing this. I didn't actually get any footage of that because I totally forgot. But we had the power harrow. This is where we were ploughing the other day. So that's what I was putting the plough on the tractor in last week's video. So this field has been ploughed, cultivated. Cultivator broke on the way home, and we've now just power harrowed it today and put the roller on, and the roller's tried to break. So one of the rams just here has decided that the top of the ram doesn't want to be attached. When I put it on at the farm and went to fold it up, it did that. So we put it back in, screwed it in, we tightened it up, and it's just done it again as I kind of unfolded it here. It's really dusty and really windy up here, so I'm going to get back down to the farm where it's going to be a little bit nicer weather and head home once the roads are open. So, see you in a bit. Just to keep everything interesting, power harrow back on. I was power harrowing down the field this morning, just doing a bit of weeding. But look at this. This is doing really well. So I am actually power harrowing in someone's garden here, which is a bit of a funny one to do. It's a very big garden. So this tractor didn't look as ridiculous as when we had it in our garden at home. Hang on, let me just carefully pick my angle. Think a bit. My angle here so that I don't end up with a house in it, because it's not what we want. Okay, from here. There we go. So we've just done this area. This area's just been done out the power harrow. They've put drains in here, and I think there must have been a bed here or something. I wasn't here when it was first kind of started doing the work out. I've just come for doing this bit, and then I'll be putting the seed on it as well. I'm going to use just a hand seeder to seed it from now on, just to push behind one. Because if I bring a tractor back in here, it's just going to put tyre tracks into it. It is relatively wet. There's a load of drains in. There's a, just about see it over there. There's a big drain, big drainage ditch runs along just the other side of these trees. So yeah, and then I did the track on the way in because that had digger tracks in it. And the funniest thing about getting in here is the gate that I had to try and get through was narrower than the power harrow. So I've had to take a roundabout route through someone else's field and come in next to it so that I wasn't so I could actually fit in. So the gate was about 1.5 inches, 2 inches too narrow for the power harrow, which, just looking at it, I might have been able to fold up the side, but I don't know if that would have made me narrow enough, because it does have these the bolted down. It does have these fold up bits on the side, but as I say, they're bolted down. That's for when it's running the a seeder unit on the top of it. I think that's what that's for. So right, well, I'm going to get this back down to the farm and then work out what we're doing this afternoon. See you in a bit.
I wash my tractor at least once a week, and I think it makes her happy when I do. She purrs like a kitten, and I feel complete when I'm on the seat shining my boots. When you got an old tractor, you better make her feel special. Make her feel loved. Keep the wheels to the metal. There's nothing more fun than a power wash party after working all day and the sun goes down. Me and my tractor, we'll go paint the town, looking all shiny and sexy and hardy.
Well, I don't think you need to see much more than that. I'm going to go live on the other channel, so see you in a minute. Right, bit of a funny angle, but I'm going to try and put these back together now. The stay arms. Aha, I've not even put them into the camera shot, have I? Yeah, so I'm going to put the stay arms back together. So this is what keeps the linkage arm in place. So I'm going to try and use my mini little vise and a load of grease and some GT85, and I need a bar to get that. I've just had to wrestle these off down in the vise, down in the worky shoppy bit. Right, that's a load of that in there. Not much of this left. I've just spread that all over the phone. Great work, Richard. And I wonder why I don't ever have anything very nice. Also, these are going in really nice now that I've just cleaned all the threads off with the grinder on the with the Y wheel on the grinder, and they're going in lovely. So they're not going to be massively adjustable, aren't these, once they're back in, but that's going in absolutely grand considering the effort it just took to get off. I was trying to do a live up on the other channel, and I was having connection issues because, as I said earlier, the signal is absolutely shocking in the Isle of Man at the moment. That's just come undone. So this cute little vise is I normally use it for sharpening chainsaws, but it's kind of working for this. So there is bikes going ahead around now, so that's one done. Nice, well impressed with that. Watch it, this next one won't fit now. Something will be wrong with this one. I did have a rag somewhere. Right, put another bit of grease in there. Nice bit of John Deere grease. And we'll try and not spray the camera this time. So GT85 from the mountain bike selection. That feels a little bit more grippy. I might go in and out with this one a couple of times, so I hope you can hear me all right, because I've just totally killed the battery on my microphones. That's going in all right, is that? So yeah, I'm doing a lot on the lives at the moment, trying to really build the other channel. I've not really concentrated too much. I can't see too much on that. It's just going to fall over in a minute. On the lives on YouTube, because when I have tried to do it, it's not liked me and decided it didn't want to let me do it, or there was no signal and it wasn't recommending me to anyone. So I think it's got a bit of a different requirement on signal to what the other channel beginning with a T has. Now I am in the monetized program on both of them, but not that I ever really make any money. I've made a grand total of Shane, 13 quid on the other channel, and made nothing on the YouTube, but you know, that's what it's not all about. It'd be nice if I did make a bit of money or something, but yeah. Well, you don't really need to see this, so I'm going to skip this bit. I'm going to come back once they're on, and then I'm going to tape measure. I'm going to measure the power harrow so I can set these at the right distance when they're locked on. The only trouble is then they don't. If I lock them back, they don't move. Yeah, we'll have a think about that. So there we go, just coming up to the end of the day. I've got these back on now, so they're on, very freshly greased and oiled, hold up quite nicely, and I have just set the width of them to match the power harrow. So hopefully when I need to kind of connect it up again in the future, they're going to fit all right. You know, that's the plan anyway. So going to get packed up, going to head home. I do believe the roads close again tonight. Stanley now. So I want to get home before they do. Yes, so I will see where we're at tomorrow and what's going on. We've got, I'm out gardening tomorrow. And again, the roads are closed and it is my lad's exam. So need to be sorting him out and everything. So it's going to be a bit chaos. So I shall see you later. Take care. It's Wednesday and the mower has broken again. So this whole bit has come attached on the deck. You can see plenty of other repairs around it. So I'm going to try and reattach that, and this might be its last fix. We'll see. It might live again. Fingers crossed, that's fixed. So well, it's not fixed by a long shot, but it'll survive the rest of the mowing today. And then I think it is going to be the unfortunate end of Franken mower, because there's not really much point in putting a new deck under it as well, because the gearbox is not great and there's a few other things with it. So it was cheap, it's done a good job whilst we've had it, and it might ride again. It's just down working at a client's in Glenmere, and I spotted this. I thought I'd explain what it is, because you might have seen this on some of your leaves at home. So this is a sycamore. This is just the weed of a sycamore growing out underneath holly, of all things. But these little red bumps are made by a gall mite. So the gall mite overwinters in the bark, and then come the turn of spring, once it starts open, you know, heating up, they come out onto the leaves, and they eat into the leaves. Now, every time they puncture one of the cells, is what they're getting the sap out of, the cells around it grow, kind of like put on more growth than they normally would, which creates these absolutely wonderful little red dots. Obviously, it does affect the leaf area. There's not too many trees with leaves with it. There's 4 or 5 on this one shrub. But yeah, just so if you see that out and about, you know what it is. Again, I had the radio on, shouldn't do that. Something you don't often see, 2 cruise ships and a sailing ship and a big yacht out in Douglas Bay. Obviously the fair's here for the TT, and it's really quiet compared to what TTs are like normally. So I did make the mistake of coming down the prom. Shouldn't have done that. You probably can't see that. Yeah, oh, that's better. Yeah, should have probably knocked them down this way and gone around. Hold on. Right. Speed it back up again.
And you don't know how hard it is to get to you, babe. You know that I love you.
This is one of the best bits of Douglas prom, is the horse tram. Absolutely wonderful. Amazing. Yeah, check that out. Horse tram still being run. Amazing. Well, what a funny week it's been. We've had rain, we've had tractors, we've had a bit of motorbike racing, we've had the red arrows. I got stuck on Douglas Prom for 20 minutes, and yeah, lots of lives as well. Lives on the other channel, up on there. That seems to be becoming a bit of a thing now as well. Which the unfortunate thing is, I then don't spend as much time doing the videos for you of me doing all the tractors and stuff. So I'm going to have to work that one out. That's going to take a bit of figuring out. But that is it for this week. Next week we've got on... I should be finishing that seeding out at Jerby, getting that done. Sorry, washing line in the way. And, well, in fact, both seeding jobs. They're both seeding jobs that you've seen. You should be getting that done. And then what else? TT's over with. So today was senior race day, although tomorrow is actually senior race. Really confusing, bank holiday and non-bank holiday. So yeah, we should be kind of done with that, and then we'll be barreling down all the way to July. You know, absolutely crazy. So thank you so much for likes, subscribes, follows, and you know, it absolutely means so much to me that you guys are still all watching, and I am getting kind of around 40 views on a video. You know, that's all right. It'd be nice if it went a bit more, but ho hum, it's the way it is. So I shall see you next week. Take care.